So you've recently started using this amazing all-in-one productivity app called Notion and might feel a little bit overwhelmed and not really sure how to use it or what to use it for. Or maybe you're just curious if there's anything about Notion you didn't know about yet. In this video, I'll be going over everything you need to know to go from a complete Notion novice to a Notion pro. Let's get started. When you first start up Notion, this is what you'll see. I'm going to take you through all the Notion settings. You have the quick find option. You can find any page or database. All updates, all your reminders and notifications will be sent here or to your phone, depending on whether you have the app on your phone or not. The settings and members area. This is where you can change all your settings. You can change notifications, your password, the connected apps, so other note-taking apps, your language and region, start the week on Monday, appearance, you can change it to light or dark mode. I'm gonna use the dark mode. You can earn credit and you can upgrade your plan for free depending on the credit. So I currently have 10 credits, which is log in on the web and log in on your desktop app. These other ones are pretty easy, and you can just click upgrade for free, upgrade personal pro, and then you'll just choose monthly, and as you can see, your total is 0. The main difference between the personal and the personal pro is the file uploads 5 megabits and the personal pro is unlimited, and you can also view 30 days worth of history, so pages you might have deleted or changes you've done to your workspace. Now there's also the settings. This is where you change all your settings. The members area, if you work with people, you can add members and change their access level. And security and identity is just, well, security and identity stuff. And here you just change settings depending on your guests and people added to your workspace, etc. Now here you will see all your pages. You can add a new page, templates, import and trash. Templates is basically all of these things. These are preloaded templates. If you click on it, you can see there's different types of templates. So let's go personal and maybe let's choose live wiki. Let's say we want to use this template. Just click use template and just wait for it to duplicate into our workspace, and there you go. Now you can change it as you'd like, add things, take things away. It's inside of your workspace. You can also import, so you can import Word files, Google Docs, or stuff from other note-taking apps like Evernote or Trello. The trash is basically if you have deleted something. Okay, let's say I'm deleting this task list. Go to trash, and there you go, task list. So we can delete permanently or just restore. And yeah, there you go. Okay, I'm gonna show you how to create a new page. So just click add a page or at the bottom new page, and it will open like this. I'm just gonna name this tutorial, if I can spell right. Open as page, and it will open as a page. Just gonna close the sidebar by clicking that. If you want to access it again, just move your mouse to the left, and then at the top right you can change the font. You can activate small text and full width, which I recommend, and then you can customize page. This is just for backlinks and page comments. Lock page is so that nothing can get moved around inside the page. Add to favorites. Here will be your favorite steps. So say something from live wiki, and I want to add the habit tracker to my favorites because I would probably use this every day. Just favorite, and then easy access right there. If you want to remove, just remove it like that. And then there's also other things like copy link if you want to share it, undo page history, but you need the personal pro for that. Show deleted pages, delete, import files, export, and move to a different page. From here we can either turn the page into a database, or we can press enter and continue to an empty page. So let's go ahead and create an empty page. At the top you can add an icon and add a cover. Now to change the icon, just simply click on the icon and you can change it to any emoji you'd like. You can upload an image, or you can use a link. I'm going to show you how to use the link. So go to a website such as notion.vip/icons, check the description for this link, and you can use light mode or dark mode. I'm obviously going to use dark mode. So let me choose a good icon. Let's just use the man. Okay, so change the link, paste. So all you have to do is just click. All you have to do is just click and it copies the link, and as you can see, it's pasted right there. To change the cover, simply click on change cover. You can go through Notion's gallery, you can upload your own, you can again link an image, or you can use Unsplash, which is a stock free photo website, and you can pretty much just choose anything you'd like, and you can reposition it by just dragging. And if you want to create your own covers, you can go to Canva, which is completely free, and create a cover with a dimension of 1600 by 900 pixels, and yeah, just create your own cover and then just change, upload, and then choose your image. Okay, so now I'm gonna take you through all the basic commands. So just type in / and the first one is text, which is just normal text, and then let's click the page one. So let's say this is our to-do list, and just enter, and / heading. So this can be a heading. Maybe this is our personal stuff. Let's make another heading work, and let's make fitness. We can change this text by clicking on this menu, going to color, and then we can select the background color, so say purple, or we can change the text to purple. If we want to do both, say purple background and then highlight the text, we just go to text color and let's make this red. As you can see, you can do both. So let's say you just want to go back, just go back to default background. So you have your headings. Now we can / to-do list. Okay, so say you have a bunch of things you want to do, personal, work, and fitness. You can just type in to-do list, or another way of doing it is / template button. You can click that, and here you can add a new to-do. You can change this text. You can also change what it should be, so it can be to-do list, a bulletin list, number list, etc. So let's just leave it at to-do list. Let's close, and maybe let's move that up there. You can also click this and then duplicate. So let's duplicate it for each one, and then what this will do is every time you click this, it automatically adds a new to-do. So you don't have to / and click on to-do list. You can just add new to-do. We can also customize and drag this around. So now it's a little cramped, so that's why I like the full width, as you can see, and the small text just looks a lot nicer. We can also turn it to mono, which give it more aesthetic in my opinion, or the serif font, which is more for writing and blogging and stuff like that. But let's just keep it at default, and yeah, that's a basic to-do list you can do. We can also add an icon. So let's say we want to use one of these icons again. So a to-do list, there you go, link, and then just copy and paste, and there you go, to-do list. If I want to create the heading using shortcuts, you can use the hashtags. So #1 is heading 1, #2 hashtags, heading 2, and 3 hashtags is heading 3. So let's just create heading 1, and let's call this list. You can quickly create a list by just using the dash and space, and there's a list. Or you can create a template button, or just / list, or you can turn the empty block into a bullet list. So the list is just normal list, so you can maybe write down some new ideas, or maybe your shopping items. So the next one is, let's create heading 2, and let's call this shopping items. So the next one is a numbered list. You can again / and then just go to numbered list, or you can go 1 dot and then space shopping list. We can add some things we want to add to our shopping list. And yeah, it's just a normal numbered list. The next command is the toggle. Now the toggle can hide content. So this is really useful for studying. So let's say you are studying something. So this is your study notes. And the shortcut for the toggle is greater than and then space. Okay, so say for example, this is one of the things that's going to be in a test, or this is your study notes. You're revising or just learning or just studying, doesn't matter. So this is one of the questions. You read the question and then you try to answer it without looking at the answer, obviously. And then if you think you got it right, you just toggle that and there you go. You can do this with multiple things. I personally do it with learning a language. Okay, I'm just gonna do an example. I'm currently studying Indonesian, so apa kabar, and this is how are you. So for example, if I go over my notes, I read this and then I try to say what it means in English and then see if I'm right, and there you go. Next is quote, divider, link to page, and call out. So let's first do the quote. So it's basically just a quote. So as you can see, if you go to LifeWiki, there's an example of a quote. The better we get at getting better, the faster we will get better, by Douglas Engelbart. And you can use these in articles or blogs or things you do, which is quite useful. So let's do the next one, which is divider. It's just a line, it divides sections, and there's a shortcut for this as well. If you type the dash 3 times, it will automatically create a divider. And then the next is a call out. This can be maybe something in your notes. You can put next to your notes and something you need to remember. And then the last one in the basic blocks is link to page. So let's do link to page. And let's say go to, you can also search for a page if it doesn't show up here, because in LifeWiki there is multiple pages. But let's just say LifeWiki. If I click that, it will take me directly to the LifeWiki page, and as you can see here, one backlink, and I can go back. So yeah, that's the basic blocks. Now you can also, as I showed before, you can change the colors, and you can also change it to bold, italic, underscore, strike through. You can insert it as a code, so if you're a coder or someone. There's also a code command, so you can do this and it will be added as a code snippet. You can change to JavaScript, or you can, there's everything. You can change it to Python, or you can change it to Ruby. So let's say I'm using HTML, so you can just basically code inside of this, and you can still use tab and change the code and just do whatever programmers do. I'm not a programmer, so yeah. I just know the basics. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for all the basic things. And yeah, we can also, another thing I forgot, you can use the @ symbol and you can mention someone. So I can mention myself. I can also mention today or a date. You can type in a specific date, so let's just say remind me tomorrow at 9 AM, or you can write it out, tomorrow tab, say 8 AM tab, or whatever. You can also add and then a page. You can add a page like that, and if you want to add emoji, just colon and then type in whatever emoji you'd like, so the name of the emoji, and there you go, emojis added. If you want to change the text with shortcuts, it's Control B for bold, Control I for italics, and Control U for underline. And yeah, you can also highlight the text and link. You can link a specific page, so let's say LifeWiki, and I click that. So every time I click here, it will take me to LifeWiki and backlinks back to this page. And yeah, that's all the shortcuts and the basics. Now I'm going to show you everything about the databases. So let's say you're inside your to-do list and you go / and you can go to database. You have a table, board, gallery, list, calendar and timeline. These are all inline, which means it gets placed inside this page, and then full page is it gets created as a new page. And then create link database, I'll show you afterwards. So let's say table inline. Let's say you've added all your to-dos. Here you can change the property type. Let's just leave this as text. Let's make this maybe notes. I'm gonna do a leg workout, or maybe only the plants in pots or whatever. I don't really know. So let's add a new property. Let's choose number. Here we can obviously just change the name again, and then format number. It can be number with commas, %, dollar and all other currencies. Let's just choose dollar and maybe 10. It will show up as $10. If we change this to number, it will just be 10. Property type, let's choose select. This will give you a drop down list of options you can select. So maybe this is the type, and if you click here you can add an option. So let's choose personal. So now you've added all your different types of categories. You can click on this, you can change the name and you can change the color. So I'm just gonna change it so it matches the ones above. And now you can choose walk the dogs, this is personal. Water the plants, personal. The next property is multi-select. So let's say this is your urgency, and we can configure these options. Today, you have tomorrow, and you have ASAP. So here you can choose multiple things. You can choose today and ASAP. You can choose tomorrow and ASAP, or whatever it is. You can choose multiple tags, you can choose all of them even. The next property is date. So if you want to add a date, just click on the date property and then just click on your date. As you can see, it's added there. Click on your date, end date, and then maybe to the 20th. I want to water my plants for 4 days or something. You can add study, so maybe you want to study today and include the time. You want to study at 4 AM, or you can click on this and then time format 24 hour. So now you can type in 16. You can also change the date format and the time zone, which is useful for if you're working with other people in your workspace. You can also add a reminder 30 minutes before, and this will pop up here at all updates or on your phone. You can also add a checkbox, so this can be maybe whether it's completed or not, and you can check done. And then you can also add URL or email or phone. You can also use formulas. They also show examples at the bottom. It works the same as Excel formulas, except the cell block doesn't show here, it's the property name. Let's say you've added all your to-dos, and now you can, if you click on the menu here, you can go to properties and you can select the different properties you want to show or not. You can also filter them, so I can add a filter if the completed is not checked, or you can also do this and then just uncheck that. So if the completed is checked or not, it shows here. So as soon as I click completed, then it will disappear. Let me just remove this. I'm just gonna uncheck these. You can also add a sort, so this sorts by name, ascending or descending. It can sort by completed, descending, and yeah. Now this is a table database. You can add a view and you can add a board view. So if you go there and click create, you can also change the name. You can rename it here. As you can see, this shows as a board. So you have personal, work and fitness. You can go to properties and you can hide certain properties and say this is not personal but this is fitness. You can just move it and then it will change here as well. You can also add the list. So on the list view you will see your item, the category, and if you click it, it will open up as a page, which you can also do by just hitting this open and it opens as a page. Type in a bunch of things, you can type in notes and whatever you want to. So let's just go back here. If I go add view calendar, then this will show everything inside of a calendar. You can also just move these around as you'd like. You can add a timeline, and this will show according to the timeline. When you're doing things, you can sort this again, you can filter this. Each one can be filtered alone. So let's say on your list view, rename this to completed. This you want to filter only show that which is completed. And then there's also gallery view. You can click on an item, you can also add property, files and media, choose a file. You can add images, you can also add GIFs. For example, I've added a GIF. You can also add a cover. To see the image or GIF you've uploaded viewed here, or the cover, just go to the menu, properties, card preview, and for the page cover you just click page cover. Or for the files and media you uploaded, you select this option, which is the files and media property. You can change the card size, you can display certain properties. So yeah, that's the 6 databases. And if you want to create a linked database, you go to whatever page you want, /create linked database. Let's select to do, and then we just click that, and there you go, linked database. You can change view, or you can also just duplicate this, or again / create linked database. Let's choose the same option, but this one we maybe want as a calendar view. You can also just delete this. So we have the table where you can enter all of the information, and the calendar view to see what's up and coming. You can add a property, for example the completed property, and just check it off here. We can also filter this so it doesn't show any properties that is checked. Another useful feature about Notion is the ability to add templates. So say for instance you have this page, walk the dogs. You can open it, and here where it says create new template, you can create a new template. Okay, so I've just created a basic template, just a bunch of things. So notes heading, a template button, and a few other things. So if we go back, then you can see there's a to-do list template. So if I click this, then it will pre-populate this template within this walk the dogs page. I can do the same with admin. So admin, to-do list, and the same template will show inside this admin page. Now another thing you can do is if you go to web browser, copy the URL and paste it, you can create a bookmark. And as you can see, here's a bookmark. So if I click this, it will take me directly to that website. And then there's another option. If you have a link and you paste it, for example, a Spotify playlist link, and you go to create embed, then it will embed that playlist or image or video inside of your Notion, which is quite nice. So you can resize it as you want, and yeah, you can play it and it will play inside of Notion. You can play on Spotify, log in if you want to listen to the full playlist, because you can only listen to the first 30 seconds or so on Notion. But yeah, now there's a bunch of other options, such as this one, which is for mathematics. You have the image, where you can upload image, web bookmark, but these are all things you can just do from the links. You can upload files, you can embed certain things such as a tweet or Google Drive, Google Maps, which is useful. Say, let's go to LiveWiki and let's go to their travel planner. They have travel dates, you can add your stuff, a packing list, for example. This is all to-do list, so basics, clothing, etc. You can change the types and the URLs. You can embed Google Maps, so it shows here. So this is an example of something you can do. Habit tracker, which is just a table with dates and checklists of habits you have done or didn't do yet. And yeah, you can just import a bunch of templates, play around with it, change it as you want, and yeah, there you go. Hopefully you can now easily navigate and use Notion. If you want to know how to customize and make your Notion look more aesthetic, then check out my next video where I will show you how to use Notion icons, widgets, animated covers, and more. If you found value in this video, make sure to hit the like button, and with that said, I'll see you in the next video.